wonderful people, welcome back to the channel. A new episode, 7 fragrances for Valentine's Day, or let's say my top 7 fragrances for Valentine's Day. Yes, it is not like, I'm not saying like this is like the best of the very best, or like this is like the official list for best fragrances for Valentine's Day. This is just my personal opinion, and I tried to make it a little bit, the fragrances in this list, I tried to make them a little bit unusual and new names, and also, yeah, I decided to exclude a few names that we had in this kind of lists. Before, I excluded the names like the Bleu de Chanel, the Sauvage, La Nuit de l'Homme and its flankers, or even Stronger With You by Armani, or Spice Bomb and these kind of fragrances. So yeah, 7 fragrances for Valentine's Day, and for the number 7, the one and only Versace Eros. And what would be Valentine's Day without the god of love, without Cupid? Versace Eros, very youthful fragrance, very fresh as well, very versatile, great projection, great performance, very good longevity. I mean, you get everything you need in this fragrance. It does the job. Very seductive, very charming, but yes, it is a little bit too popular now, and that's why it is in the number 7 spot. And yeah, I love that. I love how it is rich in ingredients, how it is rich in notes, but I also share the same thoughts with a lot of people that this fragrance is a little bit, it is not a little bit, but it is very youthful, and I did notice that a lot of women of a younger age love this one on a man. Women, I would say, under 27 years old. More mature, a more mature woman really doesn't find this special, or really doesn't find it that great. But you know, any man of any age can definitely wear this one. And as I said, it is a little bit too popular now. That's why it is in the number 7 spot. Yet it is very charming, yet it is very seductive, and has a great performance. Anyways, for the number 6 spot, we're gonna put the God of Love in the back. Number 6 spot, it is Armani Code A-List. Yes, another flanker of the Armani Code, but this one is just not another flanker. Armani Code A-List was launched in 2018. This is a limited edition. It is an eau de toilette, aromatic citrusy fragrance, and it has a very special vibe that makes this one a little bit more unique than the other flankers. I saw a video where Jeremy Fragrance talked about this one, and he said that Armani, they need to decide either to have this one, to have Armani Code A-List, to either have this one or the first release of Armani Code, because this one is very similar to the very first one, but this one is a little bit more modern, much more cleaner, and very sophisticated. This one is really elegant, and it has a really magnetic vibe into it. Very seductive. In my opinion, I'm not really like, it's not like I'm exaggerating for this fragrance, but it has something really different in it. It is very magnetic. Magnetic is the word for this fragrance. If they called it Armani Code Magnet, this one definitely is a magnetic fragrance. It is a long-lasting, but with a moderate sillage and projection. If you guys wanna know about the notes, the top notes you get bergamot and green mandarin. The middle notes you get lavender, and the base notes the tonka bean and the guaiac wood. And I am a great fan of the dry down of this fragrance. As I said, very elegant, very sophisticated, but extremely seductive and magnetic. This is it for the number 6 spot, Armani Code A-List. So for the number 5 spot, it is a 2019 release, and yes, another flanker. This one by Jean-Paul Gaultier. It is called Le Beau, and I decided to leave it in its throne, but I'm gonna put it out for you for the video to see it. I love this bottle a lot. This is one of my favorite bottles, and as you can see, it is really charming, really majestic. Le Beau by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Let's put it back in its throne. So Le Beau for the number 5 spot. Le Beau translation, the beautiful, and Le Beau is a woody aromatic fragrance. For the notes, we don't really have much. I checked Fragrantica and I checked a few websites, and all I get is bergamot, coconut, and tonka bean. Even though I believe that this one has much more in it. The coconut in this fragrance, I know a lot of people are gonna hear the word coconut and they will think, oh, this is like a summer fragrance or like a freshie or something like that. But no, the coconut in this fragrance is really the warm type of coconut, a special type of coconut. It is very addictive. This fragrance makes the person that smells it on you wants to smell it again and again and again, and not really get bored of it or get tired of it. This will have your date or wife or girlfriend really addicted to you, literally. And yeah, as I said, the bottle, very majestic. I love it so much. And this one, in my opinion, it goes very well with another Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance that's called La Belle. La Belle is for women and Le Beau is for men. I mean, when you put, if you put this one, if you wear this one and your wife puts the La Belle fragrance, you will go so much together. And I think that's the goal behind these two releases by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And I definitely get no similarities with Le Male, the very first release. I would say only at the very ending, the end of this fragrance, when it becomes a skin scent, then I start smelling that Le Male DNA. And the coconut, once again, it is absolutely amazing. This is a masterpiece by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I would say this is an aphrodisiac and a compliment beast when applied the right way. And I have to say it again and say, if applied the right way, you get a long longevity, a good longevity, good sillage. I would say a little bit. It's not like moderate and it's not like enormous, something in between. And I believe this is, if you ever tried the Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford, this is very similar to it. Anyways, guys, this was number 5. This is Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Beau in the number 5 spot. For the number 4, it's gonna be another vanilla fragrance, and it is Pure Excess by Paco Rabanne. Pure Excess, the boozy Coca-Cola vanilla fragrance. Call it what you want. I love this fragrance a lot, even though I'm not really a big fan of this cap. But I like the bottle. I like how majestic it is, and how it goes from crystal clear to turquoise to blue to dark blue to completely black. And I love how heavy the glass is. And for the scent, for Valentine's Day, Pure Excess will definitely do the job. Especially if you're a fan of this kind of fragrances, if you're a fan of this kind of scent, you will definitely wear it with so much confidence, and that will just boost it it will just, I mean, it will work wonderfully with your character. And yeah, it will make your partner really in love. This is a fragrance that women love so much. They like, let's say, the deliciousness of this fragrance. And you know, also you get, I mean, in the notes, it has some special type of notes, like, let me remember, you get like liquor notes, leather, also the vanilla and the bergamot, the cashmeran, the patchouli, the myrrh, and there is much more notes in this fragrance. Actually, I'm not gonna state them all. This is a rich fragrance, good very good longevity actually, good sillage, good projection. This works wonderfully in this type of events, especially if you're with your wife, with your girlfriend, with your partner. I mean, when your woman is close to you, this fragrance does the job, and it does really deserve to be in this list. Pure Excess by Paco Rabanne in the number 4 spot. Let's put it right here. And for the number 3, for the podium now, it was a little bit hard to, I mean, between Pure Excess and this one, but at the end I decided to put this one in the 3rd spot. This is Supreme Leather by Polo Ralph Lauren. Supreme Leather. Yes, when you hear Supreme Leather, you think of a fragrance with a heavy type of note of leather, but no. This one, the leather note in this one, I would say it is the lighter type of leather, but the classier type, the finer type. It is kind of, it does remind me of those leather bags that Polo Ralph Lauren makes. But what makes this really a good fragrance for Valentine's Day is one particular note, and it's not leather, just the leather. It is the honey note. The honey note in this one is unbelievable. It is so beautiful. I personally like it so much, and women just love it even more. Yeah, Supreme Leather, the leather and sweet fragrance for men. It came out actually in 2015, and this is one of the long-lasting fragrances by Polo Ralph Lauren. And if you guys want to know about the notes, the top notes, you get cardamom, nutmeg. The base notes, the middle notes, you get also leather and saffron, and the base notes, honey and tonka bean. Even though I believe that the honey is very dominant in this one. As I said, very long-lasting fragrance, heavy sillage to enormous sillage, but not a beast mode kind of sillage. And as I said, the honey note is really dominant in this fragrance, Supreme Leather by Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a class apart. This fragrance is a class apart. Definitely sweet leather fragrance with a pinch of spices, especially the saffron is very present in this one, but not as dominant as the honey note and the nutmeg as well. This fragrance, I'm gonna smell it from the atomizer. I don't even need to spray it. It smells so good. I just can't get enough of this one. This one will have your partner, your spouse, your wife, girlfriend, lover melt for you. Supreme Leather, what a beautiful fragrance. This is for a man with a class, a man that doesn't need to put much effort into it. Someone who's born like that, someone who's born with that type of class. This is like this is the sort of fragrance I believe like for the type of man like I'm gonna try to work my imagination. Someone like James Bond, 007. This is the right fragrance for him. And as I said, I love how very well blended and very well balanced this fragrance is. The leather note goes so good with the honey note and the nutmeg. I just love it so much. I'm sure this fragrance will do the job, and women of all ages love this one on a man. Doesn't matter what is the age of this man as well. Anyways, this was it for the number 3 spot. We're gonna put this one to the side. The number 2 spot is a fragrance that's a little bit more expensive than the other ones, and it is for a gentleman, someone who's more mature. It's gonna be Oud Ispahan by Christian Dior for the number 2nd spot. Oud Ispahan, a floral fragrance, oriental fragrance. I would say a floriental fragrance. I just love this, and I'm gonna spray a little bit for the video. Wow, smells so good. This is a king's fragrance. This is for a king, like definitely for a man with so much charisma, so much presence. Oud Ispahan by Christian Dior. This is actually the 2018 release. As I said, a floriental fragrance. The Dior DNA in it is very, very present. And I just love how, I love this scent so much. As I said, the Dior DNA is very present, but since François de Machy loves roses a lot, he pumped this one with a great dose of roses, and it is a special type of roses. I would say it is like some type of smoky, I would say burnt kind of roses. It's like the extracted oils from burnt or smoked roses. As I said, this is a king's fragrance, especially for its mind-blowing performance. Mind-blowing performance, and I repeat it. Very, very, very good, long-lasting, very long-lasting. Great beast mode sillage. You wear this one, a few sprays, you enter a room wearing this one, wearing Oud Ispahan by Christian Dior, and you will definitely have people's attention. People will focus their attention on you. You will definitely turn heads. And even if you leave that room, I'm sure definitely the scent will stay there. The tail of the scent will will follow you everywhere, and you will leave that tail behind you. Beast mode sillage, beast mode projection. It will get the job done only if sprayed right, because if this one is oversprayed, it is not good. It turns to something that's really not comfortable for the people around you. So you guys better watch out and try to not overspray it. A few sprays here and there would be enough. Also don't spray it with another fragrance. Don't try to put or apply another fragrance with this one. It will not work right, even if the other fragrance has similar notes. And by the way, if you want me to state the notes for this one, you get myrrh, rose, floral notes, woody notes, and smoke. And this is what is stated in the website, the Dior website, and also on Fragrantica. As you can see, the notes says it all. Oriental fragrance, floral fragrance, floriental fragrance. And this is so much like François de Machy, the famous perfumist or perfumer of the house, Christian Dior. Very charming scent, very beautiful, but as I said, for a more mature man, more classier man, this is class, this is luxurious, and the price explains it well. This is a little bit more pricey than the other fragrances stated. Yes, Supreme Leather might be more expensive than the other fragrances that I stated before, but Oud Ispahan is like twice the price or 3 times the price of Supreme Leather. And actually Oud Ispahan, I believe it is from the private collection of Christian Dior. So this was it for the number 2 spot. We're gonna put Oud Ispahan Ispahan to the side. And for the number 1 spot, something I don't really this is a fragrance I don't really feel, or I don't really think that the people that are watching this video will guess it. I don't think so, because this is one of the most unique fragrances, designer fragrances. It is from the house of Carolina Herrera. Yes, you are getting closer, but you know, since this fragrance is a little bit it is a limited edition, I don't think a lot of people will recognize it. I'm sure a few others will definitely know it. So for the number 1 spot, el número uno, numéro un, number 1, it's gonna be 212 VIP Men Wild Party by Carolina Herrera. As you can see, this is the fragrance. Launched in 2016, this is a limited edition, so it might be discontinued now. I'm not really sure about that. This fragrance is actually a tribute and homage to the nightlife and dancing and celebrating lifestyle in New York City. Carolina Herrera decided to pay tribute to that lifestyle by creating and presenting this fragrance. And yeah, personally, for me, this is one of the most unique fragrances that I ever smelled. I'm not saying it is the most unique fragrance, I'm just saying it is one of the most unique fragrances that I ever smelled, especially for its unique and special notes. And we have a caviar note in the top notes in this fragrance. Yes, you heard it right, a caviar note. We also have a black pepper, like an extreme dose of black pepper. It is very, very present in this fragrance. Also some sort of seductive type of violet leaf. And the lime in this one, not the usual lime that we find in other fragrances. The lime in this one is like this sort of boozy type of lime, if you guys know what I mean, like the mojitos, margaritas type of a vibe, you know. And the base notes, woody notes, and I personally love the woody notes in this fragrance, especially at the dry down. And the dry down, you still get that caviar note and black pepper really present, but in a more lighter and calmer way, and it goes wonderfully with those woody notes, and I love it so much. For the performance, great performance. This is very, very long lasting, a very long lasting fragrance. Great projection, heavy sillage. This will not let you down at all on Valentine's Day, especially if you're having other plans after your dinner date. If you're having if you're planning to go dancing or go clubbing, this will work wonderfully. To me, this is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. And also it is my favorite of the 212 VIP line. And yeah, as I said, very seductive, very charming, very addictive. Whenever I spray this one, I just can't get enough of it. I just love it so much, and I miss it when it completely fades away. So yeah, this is the number 1, and definitely deserve this spot. 212 VIP Men Wild Party is the winner of this list. And yeah, this is it for our list, my top 7 fragrances for Valentine's Day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please support us with a thumbs up, give us a thumbs up for this video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and stay tuned for the next videos. And by the way, happy Valentine's Day in advance. Happy Valentine's Day. I wish you the best on Valentine's Day. Take care, guys, and see you next time.